amazing privilege to hang out with you all in this break room each and every week. And I am doing it this week early, but next week I will do it later because we're going to be 40 days outside of our global surrender fast. And I want to make sure I make like a huge announcement and start to really invite people to come on. I do realize now that I used to come live every day on Periscope, which now I'm over here instead. Um, so people aren't hearing the announcement that the global surrender fast is coming up as much as they would have in previous years. So I got to go live into other platforms and make a big announcement. So I will be doing that. Hello to you, Marcia and Stu. Glad you all are hanging in and coming on in and being a part of this conversation today. We're talking about life's previews, and I want you all to start paying attention to the previews. Start paying attention to the previews. They are really going to, if you're not doing already, there are so many previews that come our way. Hey, Tia, you caught me live. Yay. And if you're catching by replay, awesome. I'll make sure I come back and comment and all that good stuff. So just to make the announcement again, next week I'm going to come on later in the evening because I want to make a big to do about our global surrender fast coming up. And next Tuesday will be 40 days from 40 days of starting our fast. So I just want to come in and make sure that people know, make the big announcement so people can start registering. If you haven't registered, make sure you do so at surrenderfast.com. It's going to be amazing. Our theme this year is Okay Now Breathe. Okay Now Breathe. And God is downloading so many amazing things for us to remember as we should be in a posture of breathing. And that means a lot. Like that term is so loaded. And we will delve into that in the next 40 days, starting September 20th. But next week, I will come on with a big announcement. So my session next week will be a lot later, probably more like 8 o'clock at night, as opposed to the morning. So, hey, Deborah, how are you? And Key, good morning to you all as you come on in. I'm trying a new platform, you guys. I mean, I'm on YouTube, but I'm trying this new thing through StreamYard. So if you all have used StreamYard, feel free to put in the chat your experience with the StreamYard. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Glad to hear it. Would love to hear your experiences. So we're talking today about previews. And I'm real quick, like a few minutes and done. But I'm so, let's start here. I hear so many people say, oh, how do you know when God's speaking to you? Or I don't know when God's speaking to me. Or I don't know, what he wants me to do. Or what are my next steps? Or all these things. And I don't know, maybe as I get older, I notice this even more, that you get hints, like you get previews of things that are coming. And I just don't know that we're paying attention. And there are definitely a lot of distractions that keep us from paying attention. So, for example, now I meant to check this out before. So if any of you know in the chat, Marcia, Tia, Stu, Key, Deborah, whomever, there's this movie I saw over the weekend, and it wrecked me. Like it wrecked me for a full day, like even disturbed my sleep. And the movie was made like in 2004, but my daughter was like going through, I don't know if she's going through Paramount or Netflix, but she came upon this movie, and I think it's called Sold. I meant to check it before I came on. Let me see if that's the name. It's a sex trafficking, human trafficking movie. And yeah, it's called Sold. I just checked it. It's called Sold, SOLD. So we're going by. So I'm if you're just coming on, I'm telling you that there are previews. Like even today, something's going to be previewed for you on something related to your next steps, your next adventure in God, what he wants you to do, whatever. There is always a preview for most everything. So anyway, we're sitting on the couch Saturday, chilling, and she goes and clicks on, something about. She's like, "Well, maybe we should watch this." And I looked at the caption. I was like, "Oh my goodness, no!" So it's Sold, and it's about this young girl whose family, a monsoon hits their community, and they send her off to work, and it's a brothel. They don't realize it's. I don't think they realize it's a brothel. I know the mother doesn't. There's some debate if the father realized where he was sending her, but I don't think he did. That's neither here nor there. If you haven't seen the movie, I don't want to ruin it. So anyway, they sell her off to the brothel. And that's the whole movie for the most part. I'm not going to tell you anymore because just in case you want to go watch it. That movie just jacked me up. Like, I really can't watch things, a lot of things, because they just get all of my spirit. I don't know if anybody else is like this, where you just can't sleep. So I remember after I watched the movie, I was like, oh man, okay. And then I wake up at 2 o'clock and there's like this heavy weight on me. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? Oh, the movie. And I'm like trying to get it out my head, like stop, stop, stop. And then I'm like going over all the scenes. And then I finally fall back to sleep. And like 4 o'clock, it does it again. I wake up, I'm like, oh, why am I feeling so heavy? Oh, the movie. Oh. And I told my daughter the next day, it was so funny. I told my daughter, it's like, could you sleep? She's like, what? I was like, that movie just wrecked me. She's like, no, I slept okay. I'm like, oh my goodness, just me. My husband was like, I told you not to watch it. I told you. Because when he came in the room and he found out we were about to watch, he's like, I'm out of here. He's like, I told you to watch it. Anyway, I'm glad I did watch it because it's so interesting. So we watched that maybe Saturday. Yeah, we watched it Saturday night. Yesterday, so you know I have a nonprofit, Surrender 365. We do missions in several places in the world, just really building community to people who are marginalized. So just offering services that help people who are marginalized to live their best life, to either make a living wage or to get away from a situation that is just not pleasant, whatever it is. Hey, Diane, I get a text last night. So this is 2 days later. Talking about previews. 2 days later, I get a text from Shanta, who is the director of our services. And she's like, I just connected with a woman where we're going to be doing some missions in Burma with girls who are being sex trafficked. I'm like, OMG. I've been wrecked for the last couple of days about this. Like I was telling Leah yesterday or Sunday, Leah, we're going to do something because I cannot get this out of my spirit. We're going to do something to help these girls. And look what walks into my lap. It's like God previews what's coming. I don't know if y'all paying attention, but he will preview something to come. He's like, yep, just got to get you ready. Got to get you all wrecked about it because here it comes. It's so amazing. So I want you all to start to think about, no, not even think about, pay attention to the things that are coming. That's all I'm saying. Pay attention. Whatever's happened today is the preview, can be the preview to what's coming tomorrow. So you don't have to live in the dark. You don't have to be, oh, I wonder what's going, what does God want me to do or get, you don't have to wonder. You don't have to guess. Yeah, Tia. So Tia does a lot of work, you all, with people who transition out of prisons or jails. I think you're still doing that, Tia, right? And how human trafficking is next door to you and you don't even know it. Exactly. DC, Maryland. There's a hotel that got busted for a lot of trafficking. It's like 10 minutes from my house at the most, 10 minutes. And you know what's so weird, Tia? I remember one day, you know what? This was years and years ago. One of Andel's friends had come to visit for a wedding. And he was like, could you pick me up for the wedding? He asked Andel to pick him up for the wedding. And it was that hotel that I later found out years later was like a sex trafficking hotel. But it's so weird when I pull up to the hotel, you know how you get this feeling like something ain't right. I was like, I got this weird feeling sitting here. Come to find out years later, it's sex trafficking. I know there's this store. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all like, let me out of here. Hey, Marcus, God will reveal it. I'm just telling you, there's this store that's like 7 minutes from my house. I'm only bringing this up because Tia just brings up such a good point. We have to pay attention, Key, right? There's this store. It's not even 7 minutes. It's maybe like 5 minutes from my house. We hadn't gone to the store. So, and we had lived in the neighborhood for years. And my kids were like, let's just go to the store, Mom. We never go to the store. I'm like, all right. It's like a little convenience store. So I'm like, all right, maybe like a little corner store. Ain't really the corner store. Like in Buffalo, the corner store literally was the corner. Like you walked 5 steps and it was the corner store. But this is like, you can't walk to this corner store. But anyway, we go into the corner store and I got that same eerie, weird feeling, Tia, that I had from the hotel. I was like, something ain't right in here. Something is very weird in here. And when I walk in, there's these men who are sitting there like on the couch watching TV. Why does the corner store have like 3 men watching TV on the couch? And they turn around and look at us like, what y'all doing here? And then like I go and like there's like where you getting like drinks. There's like a curtain up with the back. Something is not right there. I'm gonna have to start praying against that store because something is not right in that store. Anyway, I digress. Life's previews happen. Like if you want to know what's coming next, pay attention. If you don't know what God has for you to do, if you don't know what he's purposed you to do, pay attention. Pay attention because life is all around us. God is all around us, previewing what's to come. Okay, previewing what's to come. So if you have a great thing in your heart and you don't know how to make it happen, pay attention. The people are showing up for you to make it happen. Let me give you another example. So this is so crazy, you all. And this is my last example and I'm done because I want you to start paying attention. So God wants us now to elevate our work in ministry through our nonprofit. So now all of a sudden I got to become a big girl and have this nonprofit that we have a board of directors and all that good stuff, but like we really got to assign roles and we got to add to the board and all this stuff now. Oh my goodness, seem like so much. Wow. It don't have to seem like so much. If you just say yes to show up, it's going to happen. So I'm talking to someone and they're telling me about they're building capacity for your nonprofit. And they're like, you need to reach out to so-and-so. And I reach out to so-and-so. In fact, like a week later, I reach out to her and we set up a time to meet. And she says, these are the things you need. This is the preview. She says, these are the things you need. You need like these 4 or 5 things in place in order to go for grant funding. Like you're not ready to go for grant funding. You need like these 4 or 5 things in place, whatever. I mean, they're like things that we have to do. I'm like, oh, okay. So she's like, I could do that for you. And this is the cost. Like she doesn't say it right away. She emails us the cost. This is the cost for me to do it for you. I was like, I mean, I'm okay with paying costs for things that are needed. Absolutely. But I'm like, is there another way? Is there another way to do this? I kid you not. She tells me all the things I need. She tells me her cost like on Monday. And then on Tuesday, I get this email from the Maryland nonprofit organization that says, we're starting this training in a week. We're starting this training in a week. And maybe I had missed the meet. See, I had missed probably the other emails, but now all of a sudden this was on my radar. We're starting this training for nonprofits to help them build capacity. And these are the things we will cover in 6 weeks. And the things they will cover in 6 weeks are exactly the things she said we needed. Won't he do it? And they said the training costs $179. It's like, all right, man, awesome. $179. And then we read the fine print. Shanta and I see a fine print that says, but if you're part of this program, it's $0. So I heard an email that was like, I go on the website, I was like, how do I get a part of the program? And I see what I have to do. And I heard an email them the stuff I need for to be part of the program. And like an hour later, you're in the program. And we're in this 6-week program that cost us how much, y'all? $0. Won't he do it? Thank you, Marcus. That ain't nobody but God. Tell me about it, Marcus. Nobody but God. Because we have to do this great work, because we got to go into these communities and help these women. We have to go into these leprosy colonies and continue to help build these entrepreneurs in Ghana. We have to be in Kenya helping our college students, our ambassadors who are doing phenomenal work for God to help them succeed, to get their education. We're working with Maureen, one of our ambassadors. Shout out to my daughter, Maureen, and all these other amazing ambassadors who are doing a great work in God. And we're able to provide her with a laptop because of your continued support of our ministry. So thank you for all of you who donate and are just amazing to us. Last comment, Tia said, my heart goes out to these women. I've seen so much cry. Yes, Tia. Oh my goodness. Tia, it was meant for you to come on because you have such a missions heart. So I know God has some amazing things for you to do and all the rest of you as well. Oh, wow. Awesome, Tia. So glad to hear. So love you guys much. Stay surrendered. Now, next week, again, I'm not going to be in early. I'm later next week, coming in through the same platform, but coming in to talk more about the Global Surrender Fast. The theme is Okay Now Breathe, and God is going to do some amazing things in our next 40 days of fasting that's coming up September 20th through October 29th. Be blessed, you guys. So thank you much for hanging out with me. Minister Deborah says I'm a dreamer and I get previews through dreams. Oh yeah, such a good point. That some people do get previews through dreams. My brother has visions. He gets previews through visions. So, God will come in different ways. I love that Deborah pointed that out. God can come in different ways, but he is always sending you some previews. He sent you some previews. So make sure you're paying attention, making sure you're not distracted all over the map. And obviously, I didn't see that coming. Nah, pay attention and you will see it coming. All right, you guys be blessed and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.